今回の来日公演、たくさんのファンが待ち望んでいたところで、日本の印象を教えてください。
I love being here, and I was here on a promotional visit in, I think it was 1997. So apparently I did something very good because it only took 25 years or 26 to get here. So yeah, it's been a long wait for us too. So I'm super happy to be here. The thing is, like I've been here like that one time before and this time now, and I've loved it both times. I really enjoyed being here. Like everyone's nice and I like it a lot.
OK あなたたち、ペインオブサルベーションは、ダニエルが最初に結成したリアリティから40年40 years 今までその長い間活動をずっと続けてこられた、原動力は何ですか？
I think I don't have much of a choice because since I was a kid I just fell in love, I guess, with music, and then I felt I had to make music and invest myself in music, and that's what I've been doing. Like if I was not playing in the band or singing on stages, I would do it at home. Like I would just record music for my own sake. So we've had over the years members of the band who quit because they need to spend more time with family or whatever. I felt I never had that option. I've had periods when that would be the more sane thing to do, but I would spend as much time on doing what I do anyway. So it wouldn't really be a difference for me time-wise. So that's why I just continue doing it because I love it. I like being on stages. I like playing music and invest in my relationship with music, I guess. Time flies.
では、ペインオブサルベーションの、音楽サウンドについて質問します。あなたたちの音楽は、とても特徴的なシンコペーションやポリリズム、奇数連符といったアプローチがたくさん出てきますが、それのルーツは、何でしょう？またそのインスピレーションをどこから得ているのか教えてください。
Yeah, it's different from song to song. You mentioned Handful of Nothing, and I remember that vividly because I was in aesthetics class, pottery. We were making pots like in pottery class, and I just had this idea of the countdown bass drums and everything, and I tried to keep on doing the pottery thing while trying to figure out how to play it. And then I just had to walk outside into the cafeteria and just sit down and go. So where did the snare end up? It's going to be. And then let's do the back bit on the second one. Let's just continue, and I was sitting doing the entire song instead of doing pottery class. And that's how a song can start. Like you can start there, or like for a lot of the Passing Light album, I was actually sitting behind the drums while writing music, which is easier. So it depends a bit. I guess I just like multi-layered stuff. So having several rhythms coming across and see how they interact. It's like having different people interact somehow. So the different layers of rhythms or music will speak to each other, if you will. And I like the result of that. Also a bit of a challenge, which is fun too.
リズムアプローチで特に影響を受けたアーティストはいますか？
I'm not sure. I mean, I grew up. This is a weird reference, but I grew up with the Beatles and Kiss. But the Beatles, they do have some weird rhythms going on for pop. I mean, they're hidden, like with ABBA as well. Like it seems simple, but once you start unraveling what they're doing, they have some nice little details. And then I had Jesus Christ Superstar and War of the Worlds with Jeff Wayne. All of them they have a complexity when it comes to different layers of music. Maybe not necessarily rhythm-wise, but like the complexity has always been there, and I've liked the complexity of it. But I also like not flashing it too much. Like I've said to people that I want Pain of Salvation to be a sleeper car, which is a sleeper car. Mm-hmm. That is like a car that looks fairly normal, mm-hmm. but it has like all of the engine mm-hmm. underneath. So you'll put in like a huge engine, mm-hmm. but it looks normal. Mm-hmm. But at the red light, you can beat any other car. Mm-hmm. That's what I want Pain of Salvation to be. Like the complexity should never be forced upon the music. Mm-hmm. The complexity needs to be at a deeper level and something that helps the song instead of just being complexity for complexity's sake. So I guess that's it. Yeah.
You play drum?
Yeah. I find drums to be, for me, maybe the most intuitive instrument. Like I find that easier somehow to play. But I'm happy that, because I'm a vocalist and a guitar player, so drums for me is still like a hobby. It will never get work, you know. It never become work. So I like it that way.
パンサーの次の新しい作品に、もう制作が取り掛かってますか？
Yeah.
Oh.
The thing is, we have had an album almost done for 3 years now. Like it's really just sitting on my computer and just waiting for us to get a grip and actually get it finished. And it's some really great songs. But the problem is, this is going to be a long answer again. So I'm sorry. I've noticed over the years as I grow older that I feel way too comfortable with just making music, and I don't have the same motivation to release it anymore as I used to, which is a bit of a problem, because I feel, and I think I figured out what it is. As long as I'm working with a song, we have a relationship. Like I will alter stuff, you will live with it and change stuff. The song has endless possibilities. There is no limits to that song. As soon as you finish it and you get it on the album, then your relationship to that song is over, in a way. I mean, you can still perform it, but it has been cast in a definite shape forever. So, yeah. But it's almost done.
でもまだしばらくかかりそう。
The thing is, it was, as I said, it's been almost done for 3 years. But the problem is, it's not a lot more done now than it was 3 years ago. I need the other guys to just come to my place and we'll sit down and figure it out. It's like the last bit. The last bits are always the difficult ones. Like in the beginning, it's like painting. In the beginning, you can do big strokes with, you can really work with everything very hands-on. And then the closer you get to the end, you have only lots of sort of boring fixing details that are not, it's not as creative as in the beginning, like the first phases. And especially when you've been living with an album for, like in this example, like 3-4 years, every song they're not new anymore. Like all of the material, you've turned it so many times that one part of you just wants it over. I want to do new stuff. I want to record some new songs now.
すごくよくわかります。
Oh, yeah. And it gets worse the older you get. That's the problem.
日本の、世界のファンは あなたたちの新しいアルバムを待っています。
Oh yeah, I know. I know. And I think like every once in a while I go like, let's just finish this off. I'm just gonna just go in and open one of the songs and just like finish it. Doesn't matter. It's almost done. Let's just finish it. And I sit down, I open it up, and the first hour I work quickly. I just like big gestures, and then I just get more and more stuck in details, and then an entire day later, I'm basically where I was when I started. It's just a few differences, and I haven't really gotten anywhere further. I've just spent more time with the song. That's all I've done.
とてもよくわかります。パーフェクトエレメントやレメディレーンのリミックスアルバムを出しましたけれども、同じようにファーストアルバムやセカンドアルバムのリミックスを出す計画はありますか？
There is one of the problems, or actually the main problem, with the first two albums is that they were recorded on tape, not digitally. So it's much more difficult to actually get hold of the original recordings, like multi-track versions of that. I tried it at one point, because we changed, yeah, this is technical, but we the first albums are recorded with the same studio, the same people, and then we broke up with them, and we had the digital versions of Remedy Lane and The Perfect Element, but we do not have the tapes of the first two albums. And since he is like one of the guys who worked there is not really happy with, you know, that we broke up with them, and so I don't think it's going to be easy to get those tapes. They were like, no, we don't know where they are. We don't have them. Okay. So yeah, we'll see.
なるほど。スラーキングスへの参加のように、ペインオブサルベーション以外のサイドプロジェクトなどに参加する可能性は今後ありますか？
It depends on whether, I mean, whenever I get an offer or something that sounds interesting, I always try to do it. I know that people are telling me I need to be better at saying no to stuff because I don't have the time for it. But I do think that doing other stuff will actually help you in any process. So if I would just spend 100% of my time on like Pain of Salvation and the new album, I don't think it would be quicker done because you get stuck in stuff and you get ambivalent. And when you do other stuff, all of those wheels turn and things will actually fall into place and you will understand what you need to do with other things in life. So I think doing lots of different things for me works out. Like I like that. I need to do different things. So we'll see in the future what happens. Whatever comes my way, I might say yes.
あなたが、日本の音楽を聴くことはありますか？
No. And the thing is, I was hoping, you know, getting here that we would hear Japanese music, but every place we've been, like every restaurant, every pub, everywhere we've been, it's just like American jazz or just like I haven't like or house music or I'm still waiting. Like even in the sort of like traditional places, you get in there and it's just gonna like synthetic lounge jazz. So now, do you have a suggestion? Anything that I should check out?
なるほど。じゃあプレイリストを作って送ります。最近、じゃあ日本に限らず、最近気に入っている音楽とか映画とかあと本とか気に入っているものがあれば教えてください。
Oh, anything. I think movie-wise, The Big Lebowski will always be very high up on my list. I love movies that you can't decide what genre it is, and that's how I like my music as well. The last music I heard that I really liked was called Nowhere, I don't know if it's around here, but they're really cool. So yeah, that's probably it. I'm a diehard Star Wars fan. Everyone knows that.
Star Wars,
yeah. But that's more for the universe and the nerdiness of it. Really, I like it to be part of that universe somehow. Yeah. No, the last album. It's really nice. Really cool.
ノーワっていうアーティスト知ってる？
Check it out.
っていうやつが
I think you'll like it. About like complexities, but they managed not to fall into the metal aspect, but they're using all of the language in a cool way.
わかります。
Check it out.
ありがとうございました。
Pleasure.